and welcome back to what I think is going to be part 6 of this Let's Play of Dragon Warrior, because if I look at it the way how I've at least edited it on Premiere Pro, there's going to be 4 parts dedicated to the live recording aspect, because the 50 minutes of recording, I'm not going to upload a 50-minute video of me just playing this goddamn game, where most of it is just going to be rinse and repeat when fighting monsters. I just did a previous recording session of the first take, and now this is going to be this. Yeah, so this will be part 6. Okay, and this is going to be the third day of recording Dragon Warrior right here. This takes place the day after where I went into that cave for the second attempt. In fact, funny enough, I was actually doing the next post-recording part till I realized I must have gone back in the cave for the third time, just because I don't know what or why, and probably because I didn't save from the previous attempts. So yeah, and I was watching this and I'm thinking, why am I doing the same thing? Have I actually missed something in the cave? But no, it turns out I didn't save, and I thought I kept that in there. So actually I cut a bit off, which is actually quite a relief, because I don't want this fucking post-commentary Let's Play to go overboard so much. So at the moment, as I returned back to Cole and I actually picked up an axe, I went south as I was heading over to what is number 8, called the Swamp Cave. And when you arrive in the Swamp Cave, there's not really much you can do, and in fact there's one area you want to avoid at the moment, because especially at level 8 you have no chance of getting up to this guy. So as soon as you come down here, you just want to start heading down. In fact, you can actually navigate your way through this this cave without any torches, which is what I'm doing right here. Because when I looked at the map, you just start heading down until you hear your character going thump 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 on the map, and then you just go right, and you sort of just zigzag your way down in a way until you hear more. Then you sort of make a U-turn where you go left, keep going left, and then you'll find some stairs as you emerge outside from the cave. So it's not really long to go, but this cave passage allows you to get to the other side of the continent, I believe, because there's no other way of getting there. There's no bridge that will lead you to this area. You have to go through. This is the only way. But you know, whatever works is whatever works. As you can see, yeah, you go to the right there, then you start heading down a bit, and then after I defeat this poltergeist, you'll start to head over to the left, and there are the stairs right here. So, you know, pretty straightforward. Then you emerge from these fucking thorny ass bushes, which takes, I think, 2 points of health when you walk onto them. As you can see, I'm dying, and I got to get to the next place, which on the map is labeled number 9 as Rimuldar. No, it's Rimuldar. Rimuldar. Yeah. It sounds like that dragon. The very first dragon you fight and absorb the soul, which I think was Mir Molmir, something like that. Which I could take as that being a name from something in Dragon Warrior. You know. Alright. So, still using the heal spell. I think eventually I will start to get a little bit stronger where I rely on auto healing the more I move. And I didn't notice that at first, because I think when I was close to dying and I fought the next monster, I was thinking, hang on a second, I swear to God I had lower health than that, but no, auto healing, bitch, which I don't know what level you get that on. In fact, well, you know what, I'll do a little quick Google search while I'm out here, because at least there's the next town. In fact, this town is pretty I wouldn't say important, but it's a very sort of nice, it's a nice stock up, I guess. They have no tomatoes, yeah, thank you very much. Because not only that, you got a cheap in fact, this place is pretty cheap with a lot of things. You can get in here for about 53, I think it was, but you can also buy magic keys here. This is the place where you can buy the keys the cheapest. This area right here. So ever you want to get keys, you come to this spot, this area, but you have to make it to there. Yeah, nothing I can buy it there for now. I remember there's a few interesting NPCs as I yes, welcome to Rimuldar. Alright. Leave it once or I will call my friends. I mean, I suppose I'd have the same reaction if someone just fucking broke into my home. Has thou have proof? Well, I guess, you know, without adapting the name of Edric, I'm pretty sure I have got a bit of resemblance, I would say. Yeah. I like it how in this, it's kind of this soft world building. Obviously, those two characters right there, it's probably implied that they were friends through army training or soldier training or whatever have you. And yeah, it doesn't give you explanation as to their origins and all that. But you know, I kind of like that. It's a bit of world building that you sort of have to imply on yourself. As again, it's soft world building. It's sort of left up to the imagination. What else? I'm trying to actually look at young to marry. I think he's replying to the fact of, I don't know if it's the fighter's ring or anything, but you know, I could be wrong on that. I come down here because I think this is actually, there has to be something around here that's important to search, but doesn't really come into play at all. So I'm just thinking, well, you know, I kind of wasted my time, I'll just leave. So there's nothing, I just embarrass myself as I'm frantically searching the ground looking for something which may be important or may not be important. And you got this wizard on an island. Well, it's not really an island. Ah yes, the rainbow. He tells you that you need certain either items or something to make this magical rainbow bridge, which will actually get you over to the last area. So that area up there where that bridge is where the cheapest chips magic keys come into play. Like I said, you want to get magic keys, you come to this spot, because other places will sell them at a more hefty price. Again, like in Legend of Zelda, there are certain shops that sell that will sell items, the same item but in various prices. And I guess you sort of have to keep a track onto which shop is much more beneficial, so you're not wasting a lot of your money long before the enemy arrives. So yeah, it is very much like a. I really enjoy your average JRPG as well. This is a magic. I found the magic temple. Go to the south. Oh yes. Now that in itself, well, the next area after this was quite a challenge too, because that at least really did buff up the difficulty. There was a lot more beefier monsters that you had to fight, and I actually spent, I think on the next day, I spent a lot of time grinding my way up until I got stronger and stronger, and I bought better equipment. Oh yeah, and this is where I realized this woman is actually walking up there, so I thought, well, if she's walking up there, then maybe I can talk to that NPC who seems to be up there by himself for some reason. In fact, I want to say, yeah, you come up to here and he's all like, I'm looking for my missus, where is she? If you go to the other side, sort of polar opposite, so southwest of this town, you'll find her and she's saying she's looking for her boyfriend. I think I may have accidentally cut that out though. And if I have, oops, but you get the picture. You know, it's like this Romeo and Juliet. They're never going to see each other. Yeah, here we go. 53 gold for magic keys. And the max capacity is 6. 6 keys you can carry up to. And I think that's with all items like herbs and torches. That is the max. So here I go. I go out with very little health. Oh, except I think I consume a herb at the point. There we go. The herb becomes a bit pointless to use because I think it only increases a little bit of health at the time. Look at that, metal scorpion. So at this point, this is where I'm starting to fight monsters and I start to grind up a little bit. And just making sure that I don't die. I have died a few times here because I come across some that dodge my attacks, or they deliver or they don't go to sleep as well. Sometimes they don't go to sleep, and it just becomes a real pain in the ass to try and, either put them to sleep, or you just have to counteract with an attack quickly before they deplete your health entirely. That's not easy. This is where part of the most frustrating part comes into this part right here. Okay, now this is now cutting to the next day of recording. So this is the. This is, again, I think this is all dedicated to just grinding my way through by beating these enemies. The wolf, for example, which, why is he just called wolf? We shouldn't be wolf man. If it was a wolf, it would be a wolf. And now I have ascended to level 9. And trust me, you can even see, you can tell by the gold I have, the G I have in the text, and the E, which is experience, that so I have 1,301 experience. And I think in the next cut, I will, oh yeah, I start to make my way down. As you can see, I think I've fought one other monster, but Wolf Lord, holy shit, this guy is just fucking... These enemies, they were a real threat at that time. I was really getting my ass handled over, and this was just absolute menacingly... Though this was a bullying attempt. This was all bullying, and I just couldn't deal with it. But anyway, So I think at a point I mustered up the luck and courage to get to this point. Oh god, the gold man, yeah. I was kind of terrified when I came across this, so I thought I tried putting him to sleep, but it doesn't work. I don't think they actually do sleep by spell of sleep, so I just had to hurt the damn thing, because I don't think physical attacks on a sword do much damage. Well, that was 6 by hurt magic, whereas do I even fight the damn thing? Oh yeah, I used radiant. I was thinking, no, that doesn't work. That's the light spell. I tried using a fairy flute, but to no avail. That doesn't work as well. At least not yet. So, Goldman still starts to attack. At this point, I guess I'm getting a bit frantic, so I decided to pull up a fucking excellent move out of nowhere, and I just had luck on my side. I mean, holy shit. Yeah. But that just goes to show how hardcore this fucking game is. In fact, I got so close, I want to say, I dared not to continue any further, because I thought, if this is the shit I have to deal with, then I'm heading back, so... And I did fight more enemies and I was close to death, but I remembered I had wings, so I used the wings to travel back to the beginning. I thought, well, fuck, but I'm gonna be more prepared. So I decided to at least test the magic key for this part right here, which I go to the door. This guard says, never does anyone steal the gold, which you can, and you're not gonna suffer any repercussion if you do this. So there you go. As you can see, it took me a while. It's like, should I really do it? But I decided, fuck it, I'll do it anyway, because I did save after this. So if I get my ass hauled in jail, I'll just pay the fine, as Oblivion would. So there we go. I take the gold from what I'm assuming is like the Kingdom Vault or the bank, whatever you want to call it, and start heading on my merry way. When you actually level up a lot, or when you get higher in level, money comes a lot easier than you come across, especially when you come across these bigger enemies. Much more higher enemies that you start to encounter. Now I buy the large shield, which supposedly ups my defense. Well, I'm sure it does, but again, it just seems like it's very minimal effort that I actually do to get any of these buffs right here, because I'm only just doing that amount. But whatever. Here I go. I'm still grinding again. Looking at, let's see. I just want to see whereabouts the fucking level up system is in this game. Not information. Where's the level guide? I think not level guide. Level up. Well, let's just put in level up. Warlock. Yeah, Warlock was actually quite a challenge, and I think actually in this part right here, I start to get to level 10, which I think at this point, this is where I start to muster up the courage and actually start heading down south to the next area. I thought there was attributes. Yeah, this would be right, I believe. So experience points comes into play, but I want to see. Yeah, no, strength attack. There was a level up guide as to it explains, what every time you level up, you get either this amount of health or whatever, or you get a new spell. But I can't see the character statistics. I don't know. But anyway, there's me going up to level 10. I don't want to actually spend so much time on this because, I'm trying to observe. Now, this recording right here, in fact, this will be there's only not much to go in this one. This takes place about 3 days from my last recording. So yeah, here's a new one. It took me a while to actually finally get to the point where I start to head down, take on these enemies, and get to this place that doesn't even actually have any relevance or importance whatsoever. It turns out this is always a huge waste of time. I think I've died a few times, of course, so I had to go back and just start grinding more again, because level 10 was not enough. This is the shit that I have to suffer, of course, but I do it for the greater good. Anyway, I don't even know what's the point to actually show. Yeah, I kicked the ass out of this wolf. There's not really much that goes to show. Oh, here we go. I leveled up to 11. Level up to 11. There we are. And I still think that's not enough, so I attempt to actually get down south. I was a bit drunk right there. I kind of went the wrong way. Then I come across these fucking wyverns, and holy shit. I dreaded these guys, but when I got to higher level, I just welcomed them because they're the weaker enemies of the wyverns. You come across the pink ones. And holy fuck, are they one of the most annoying enemies of the game, because they just absolutely make your fucking turn-based battle system much more frustrating than it should. But yeah, this was certainly, it was I guess a welcoming addition. It was something different and new, so yeah. At least what I've tried to do is introduce the enemies, most of the enemies that you come across in the game. And there we are, I kicked his ass, so will I actually make it to the other side? No, I don't, but I think I do make another attempt to go back down. Actually, let me see. Yeah, I think once I, once I defeat the Wraith right here, this will be it for this second recording of part 6. Because the next one, there's going to be a lot more going on, and let me tell you, it's going to be huge. Okay, with that being said, I'll see you on the next part. Take care.